Uh, getting to crunch time here. Welcome to week 14, heading into the playoffs. Fire Adam Gase, as always, just to start. Uh, I know I was the only one of us watching the Jet game. They're up with like 8 seconds left in the game, and Derek Carr proceeds to throw a 46-yard touchdown pass to win the game. Hail Mary at the end. And the Jets, instead of firing the head coach, right, who's been terrible all season, they fired Gregg Williams, who, with the exception of that one play, called, I think, a pretty good game for the Jets defense. But no, they don't fire Adam Gase. They fire Gregg Williams, which in my opinion is the wrong choice. But, what do I know? I'm just some asshole who makes funny YouTube videos to mock his friends playing fantasy football. Because Andre might start Daniel Jones again this week. I don't know if Daniel Jones is playing. As far as I know, I think he's still hurt. I think he's still got to pull a hamstring or whatever. But, we'll see. I don't know. As always, the new hashtags, I'm going to be adding a new one. Hashtag FKP. It's Ken Paxton, who, if you don't know, was under securities fraud investigation. Then also, separately, stole a pen that was worth like a couple $1,000s. Now, the more egregious part is who buys a pen worth a couple $1,000. But yeah, fuck Ken Paxton. And, if you need to know what he's doing now, he's one of these assholes who's like, oh, no. Texas is going to sue because Georgia and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Michigan did their election wrong. It's not how this works. That's not how any of this works, right? If that's what we're doing now, then fucking Connecticut should turn around and sue that Texas did theirs wrong. Like, give the fuck up, people. It's the 10th. In fucking 4 days, it's not going to matter because Joe Biden's going to win officially. And Donald Trump's going to fuck off to Mar-a-Lago and then never come back. God willing. So, hashtag FKP, hashtag FDT, and a new update on the hashtag FBS, that hashtag. Some of you will probably have seen this. Most of you have probably. Elliot Page came out as transgender and is still going to keep his role in the Umbrella Academy. Now, Ben Shapiro, homophobic asshole bastard that he is, did a whole 9-minute video on how he's going to call him Ellen Page and how he's still a woman and all this shit. And I don't understand his logic because on the Joe Rogan Experience a while ago, he used the correct pronoun for somebody else who's transgender. So basically, Ben Shapiro is just an asshole. And as somebody put it, when you see a dog in the street and you pet it and you say, oh, it's a good boy, and the dog's owner, problematic metaphor that this is, the dog owner says, oh, it's a girl, and you immediately say, oh, okay, she's a good girl. That's essentially, like, just use the pronouns people want you to use. It does not impact your life, Ben Shapiro. Let people be happy. Let people live their lives. If you're a real libertarian, you don't want the government telling people what to do. So, congrats to Elliot Page. I wish him nothing but the best. And fuck Ben Shapiro. And that'll be the end of the political rants for the 2 minutes that I went on about it for when Hannah complains to me about me being too political. I shouldn't say fuck this and fuck that. And it's a whole thing. Anyway, back to fantasy football stuff. Looking back at this week, Andre beat me, but I made it closer than it was going to be. At one point, I was concerned that I was going to lose to Andre by like 80 points. Going into the Tuesday night game, I was down. I only had like 50 points. Thankfully, Ravens players made it closer, but I'm just happy I didn't lose by an insane amount. LA swept the Battle of SoCal. She's now officially the SCU champ, the SoCal Uncensored. Very fun group out of Southern California. Used to also be a blog. I think it actually still is a blog, but LA won that. Good for them. Good for her. Jenna beat Womack, but it looks like Jenna's still going to be the Sacco this year. Um, Joey rebounded to clinch his playoff spot, so congrats to Joey. Jarrell also clinched and likely mocked. He actually did knock Mo out, and I'll talk about that later. Originally, when I taken the notes, I said likely knocked Mo out because I hadn't actually done all the looking and made sure that it was correct, and then I did that later when I was looking at the playoff picture. So Jarrell clinched. Mo, unfortunately, is knocked out, and I'll explain why. Pat beat Khan to keep his long shot hopes alive. So yeah, good on Pat. Good on Pat. So the playoff picture, as it looks right now, Jarrell and Joey both clinched. As I said, Andre and I are in with a win, and Pat needs help now. Where it gets weird is because the tiebreaker is supposed to be the best record versus the opponent. But I'm not sure if that impacts across leagues. So Pat could be eliminated now because Pat lost to Andre earlier in the season. So if that's the pure tiebreaker of just in, head-to-head, Pat lost to Andre. So regardless, Andre and I are in. Now, if Jarrell beats Andre and Pat wins, Pat and Andre have the same record. That then is where it gets murky. Mo, unfortunately, because he lost to Andre twice this season, is eliminated regardless of what happens. When I had originally wrote this, Pat and Mo, only one of them could make it, but then I realized when I went back and looked that Mo, unfortunately, was eliminated. But, Mo had a great run. I think he's been in the playoffs every year. We've done this along with me and Andre. Mo put up a hell of a fight. And as you can hear, there's apparently a riot in the streets outside because the police are going by. An ambulance. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can hear it. It's loud as shit. All right, so looking forward this week. Jenna, I believe, and again, I didn't look this far down to the tiebreakers. I believe that if Jenna can beat me and Alex loses, Jenna will not win the Sacco. Now, if I beat Jenna, Jenna wins the Sacco regardless. But, we'll see. Can Jenna be the Cinderella story, coming back from not playing the first, 12 weeks and then not playing another week or two? We'll see. Joey's playing LA. Can he go in on a high note? Christian McCaffrey, I don't think is projected to be back this week. I think he's projected to be back next week. Actually, now I think about it, I think Khan has Christian McCaffrey. There's just too many rosters going on in my head right now. I'm out in my other fantasy football league, and just Justin Herbert shit in the bed against New England just really fucked me. Just fucked me. Will Mo be able to make a statement against Womack? I think Mo's going to be out for blood now, and I think he's going to try to beat Womack pretty badly. Question is, obviously, will Lamar be back? I assume he will. And there we go. We got Mahomes versus Lamar. It'll be a good game. Jack and Khan battling for moral victories because they both got hurt by injuries this year. A lot of people got hurt by injuries. I to a certain extent got hurt by injuries too. I know Joey lost Alvin Kamara for a while. Khan lost Drew Brees, and I think Christian McCaffrey. It's been a weird goddamn season, y'all. Will Jarrell make Pat's season? Because again, I don't know all the tiebreakers, but I think if Jarrell beats Andre and Pat wins, Pat, I think, at least has a shot at the playoffs. I'm not 100% sure again, because if it goes across divisions, then he's out. But if it's not across divisions, then he's in. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yahoo's weird like that. So that's it. We could talk about for next year if we want to go to a different platform. I don't know if some of you want to stay. I know Khan said he wanted it to be more interesting. I hope these videos are more interesting. I don't know. I know last week I didn't do it on Thursday night because there wasn't a Thursday night game, but obviously there's a Thursday night game tonight. So I'm doing this video on Thursday. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. little bit earlier. I got up early today to do this video. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see how today goes, and how this week goes. Good luck to everyone. Yeah, just, again, fuck Ben Shapiro and fuck Ken Paxton and fire Adam Gase. Because really, like, at this point, I'm just going to start tweeting out Woody for jail 2024. Because Woody Johnson is criminal at this point, what he's done with Adam Gase. They need to fire Adam Gase. And I know Woody's not really running the team right now because it's Christopher and blah, blah, blah. And listen, Donald Trump has been talking to his sons because he doesn't trust them. I know this. He's been talking to them about business. It just makes sense. So I know Woody Johnson has talked to his brother about the team. And he watches how shitty they've been this season. So they need to fire Adam Gase, get somebody else, I've heard Bill Cowher's name be floating around. If they got Bill Cowher, I'd be so fucking happy. I don't think it'll happen because I think Bill Cowher makes enough money that he's like, oh, no, I don't have to coach. Yeah, I'll take the money. But, we'll see. I don't know. I rambled a little bit in this one, but, it is what it is. But, good luck to everyone out there. Fuck Ben Shapiro. And fire Adam Gase. And let's just hope 2021's better, y'all. That's all it is at this point. I don't know. Oh, also, Womack, I got your Christmas card. Thank you. It is lovely. It will go right up in my room. Thank you. And fire Adam Gase, y'all.